Alright, the next concept we're going to be talking about today is depressurizing. Now, depressurizing is a sales tactic mostly used in the pullback. Essentially, what you are doing is you are letting people know, hey, you don't have to make that commitment right now because people are scared to make a commitment. So what you are going to do is you're going to use lines like, hey, best part about my job as of right now, we're not looking for that yes or no, taking the pressure off of them. And then what we do is we say, just because we don't know if this is something we can do for you, pulling back. So we give them the depressurizing and we pull back. Most of the times, what we're going to do is we're going to run across a lot of these single or the stay-at-home moms, and while their husband's off at work, these stay-at-home moms or dads, depending on the dynamic, are scared to make that decision without their partner, the one that's gone. So what we do is we use it to calm a homeowner's nerves, and most of the times they think, hey, am I making a bad decision? This sounds really good, but I just can't make that commitment without talking to my significant other first. This sounds great, but I just need to talk to them first. Essentially what you are doing here is you are depressurizing it to where it's like, hey, don't worry about talking to them. This isn't the decision right now. You don't have to go and talk to them first. We're just seeing if you qualify. You don't want to bring this up to them and you guys not end up qualifying, right? Let's just see if you qualify first. If you do, then we can talk to them and fill you guys both in down the road. Then we can sit down and go over everything. Right now, we're just trying not to waste your time or ours. We're busy people. We do a lot of these. And then the third one is you're supposed to gauge the homeowner and use this only if necessary. Let's say you're talking to a mom, right? And things are going great. She's super interested, and you can tell that there's no tension there. You don't need to depressurize the situation. Keep going with it. Reach for the bill first, and then if you reach for it, and then she's like, oh well, my husband or whatever, then you could depressurize down the road. Only use this if it's necessary, because if someone's super into it and then you depressurize, they already had their mind made up that they were going to give you what you want, and then you say, hey, we're not looking for that decision, then you're bringing them back a step, if that makes sense. Essentially, you're only supposed to use these on people that is absolutely necessary. You don't want to, again, keep your powder dry. You don't want to give them everything at once. But in times where you run across somebody that does need depressurizing and you are in that pullback, what you are trying to get across to them is, hey, you're not making a decision right here. We're just seeing if this makes sense for you. And depressurizing, especially with these lines right here, is the best way to go about that.